Consider these places in Australia for comfortable, affordable living. Hervey Bay, Queensland. I had 2-3 options for the number one spot, but I choose Hervey Bay because it's much better place to live. Here you get a good environment, beautiful beaches, excellent healthcare and entertainment options. Although the cities might not fit into a $1,500 monthly budget, just add a little more, say $200, and for $1,700 you can have a nice place to live here in Australia. Hervey Bay is famous for its beautiful waterfront esplanade, a nearly 17 kilometers walking path between Urangin Pier and Gatker's Bay. People love to walk, bike and exercise along this scenic route, enjoying iconic views of the beaches. On the opposite side of the esplanade you find easy access to restaurants and shopping areas. I found that Hervey Bay truly is a hidden gem in Australia with affordable housing, excellent infrastructure, a good environment, and most importantly, it's ideal for individuals on a tight budget. You should definitely consider it if your budget is under $2,000 a month. This city is approximately 1,750 kilometers away from Melbourne and around 1,300 kilometers from Sydney. Currently, it's very relaxed with more and more people choosing to live in this coastal area. There has been significant growth, bringing in new facilities for the growing population. Many older people also like to live here. Launceston, Tasmania. The average cost of living in Launceston is $1,400 for a single person. With this, you can lead a simple and comfortable life, covering your daily expenses and rent. Actually, Launceston is nestled in the northern part of Tasmania, is surrounded by beautiful mountains and scenic countryside with its mix of old buildings and modern amenities like a high-tech education areas and a creative food scene. Things happen a lot in the city's civic square, and on Saturday mornings there are harvest markets with lots of things to do. And you know, Launceston is a special food city. It's got a UNESCO prize. People all over know it for amazing local food, awesome restaurants, and a community that just loves to eat. When you come to live in Launceston, you'll discover it's a very walkable city with numerous bike paths and walking tracks to explore. It takes just 10 to 13 minutes, depend on your walking speed, to walk from the major areas in the town. If you don't want to walk, you can also use e-scooters for a comfortable, faster ride. Life in Launceston is relaxed, much slower than Sydney. The locals are friendly and welcoming, making you feel at home in their cozy way. Albury Wodonga. Albury Wodonga is like having two cities on the border of New South Wales and Victoria, kind of like a blend of city and country vibes. More specifically, Albury Wodonga includes two Australian cities, Albury and Wodonga. They are split by the Murray River and there's a state border dividing them. Albury is in New South Wales on the river's north side and Wodonga is in Victoria on the south side. Within 50 kilometers of Albury, you got around 20 hospitals and post offices, more than 15 places to grab a bite or drink, and about 20 for groceries and convenience. Plus, there are 6 libraries. That's quite a good range of facilities, isn't it? On the other hand, Wodonga offers a great way of living for over 42,000 people. It's the biggest and fastest growing city in northeast Victoria. Many businesses both from Australia and around the world choose Wodonga as their home because it's in a smart spot. Wodonga is 300 kilometers north of Melbourne and 580 kilometers south of Sydney, right on the Hume Freeway. This means it's easy to reach more than 75% of Australia's people in just one day of travel. In Albury, you can find a decent apartment for around $750, while in Wodonga, it's around $900. The overall cost of living in both cities is quite similar, ranging from $1,500 to $1,800 per month. With this budget, you can live comfortably at both the places. Queenstown, Tasmania. Queenstown has around 2,000 people, which makes it more safer. You know why? Because most folks know each other. Recently, there added mountains, bike trails, whitewater rafting, making the town even more attractive. It has a cool history and used to be the richest mining town worldwide. Basically, this town is known for mining and is situated in a valley on the western side of Mount Owen. If you enjoy rain, it's the ideal place as the town receives the highest amount of rainfall on the entire island of Tasmania. Nowadays, lots of tourists come to visit Queenstown and its surroundings. They either join organized tours or explore by renting cars to travel around Tasmania. You can rent an apartment here for about $900, and if you include other living costs, you might need another $900. So in total, you can live comfortably with around $1,800 per month. Adelaide. First thing first, let me point out that this city isn't as budget friendly as Toowoomba or Launceston, the ones we were discussing earlier. It's a major city in Australia, actually the cosmopolitan coastal capital of South Australia. People like it because life is chill and there are many different cultures. The weather is a bit like the Mediterranean and they have lots of festivals and parks. But here I found some difficulties, like the traffic can be a headache and there might not be as much to do compared to bigger cities. Some big events and job opportunities seem to pass us by, and winters get quite chilly and summers are hot and dry. Moreover, expensive electricity, frequent heat waves and a lack of big shows coming to Adelaide. Roadworks are a constant and drivers sometimes struggle in wet weather, getting work in manufacturing stuff due to closures in the city. These are some downsides in my opinion, but don't get me wrong, Adelaide is a good place to live. It's even been ranked one of the most livable cities in the world, but I felt it was important to share these points with you. For a comfortable living here, you would need a minimum monthly budget of $2,500. Toowoomba, Queensland. Toowoomba is a city located in the Darling Downs region of Queensland. Lots of people call this garden city. I think it's because it has lots of beautiful parks and gardens. And also Toowoomba has a diverse culture scene with various events, festivals and a growing arts community. The city offers a more relaxed pace of life. Additionally, it has a range of educational institutes and healthcare facilities, as well as pleasant climate and good environment make it an best affordable place to live. Living in Toowoomba makes it simple to travel around Queensland and other parts of Australia. You can take a train to Brisbane in under 4 hours or a quick 45-minute flight. If you want a short escape, northern New South Wales has beautiful places like Mount Warning, Tweed Regional Gallery and Byron Bay. With great waves of suffering, Toowoomba Wellcamp Airport lets you fly directly to cities like Sydney, Melbourne, Townsville and Cairns if you want to go a bit further. The economy in Toowoomba is diverse with strength in sectors such as agriculture, education and healthcare. The city has experienced growth in recent years, contributing to its appeal for both residents and businesses. You can find a good and decent apartment here for around $800 per month, and with the same budget, you can live comfortably. This means you can lead a good life here for around $1,600 a month, with $800 for the apartment and the other $800 for additional living expenses. Living here is cheaper than in surrounding cities like Brisbane or Gold Coast, especially when it comes to housing. Interestingly, young adults here tend to earn more, making it affordable for students and recent graduates who decide to live and work in Toowoomba. Coober, Pedy, South Australia. This is one of the cheapest places to live in Australia, with a median house rent for around $720 per month. With approximately $1,300 per month, you can live comfortably here. But keep in mind, not everyone will like living here because it's considered somewhat dull town. There's a lot of dust, a hot climate and almost no entertainment options. However, if you are looking to live in Australia on extreme tight budget, it could be an option. These are some pictures of this town. They can give you an idea about what the town is like.